EPA Degree Meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for November 16th, 2021. For your Tuesday, expecting mostly sunny skies. We're still going to have the colder temperatures like we had yesterday, just not nearly as windy as we saw at times yesterday. It was a little gusty, making that temperature feel a lot colder than it is. So it'll feel warmer today just because the wind's not nearly as high as it was on Monday, but it will still be very similar temperatures. Expecting 45 to 50 degrees across the region today with mostly sunny skies. Then it's going to turn warmer on Wednesday as we have mostly cloudy skies, but a warm front kind of pushing through the region. This is as the trough is lifting out on Wednesday, so expecting more clouds than sun here on Wednesday as that does so, but temperatures are going to jump up a little bit. Now in our far northern areas, which is represented by the 50-degree mark here, it's going to increase a little bit, but not a lot. It's really in our southern areas you're going to see that push of warm air. We're going to see the temperature reaching the 60-degree mark here on Wednesday, and then even warmer by the time we get to Thursday. This is going to head to this cold front. So the cold front will come through during the evening and overnight. It might come in as early as late afternoon in some areas, but it looks like you're going to have a partly cloudy day, and then clouds are going to increase, and you'll have the opportunity for some late day or evening showers that will go into part of the overnight as this cold front works through. This is a very strong cold front, and the temperatures on Thursday are going to be well into the 60s, so it's going to be a very warm day ahead of this. But as soon as the front makes its way through, it's going to drop back down, and you're going to be right down where we are, generally what we are today. Okay, so it's going to be in this same range as the next trough comes through. So these showers will end maybe around midnight or shortly thereafter here on Thursday evening. And then once we get to Friday, we are back dry conditions, maybe a few lake effect snow showers in the far northern areas. Now, I chose to use the 18Z GFS here for the long range, or for the longer range pattern beyond this. Everything kind of agrees up to this point. The reason I'm using the 18Z GFS is I think it has the right idea for early next week, and that's because there were some a little bit of excitement, if you will, about early next week, and the European model and the GFS earlier run was showing some wild solutions with a pretty wrapped up storm here along the coast early next week and that involves snow as well. So we're going to pump the brakes a little bit here because both the operational models that ran, neither one of them were supported by their ensemble. So it doesn't look like that's a plausible solution or the most likely solution. So we went with the idea there's going to be a cold front passage on Sunday after a mostly sunny day here on Saturday, and it's going to be similarly cold to Friday, right? Once we get to Sunday, here's the next cold front that comes through. So we do think that cold front is going to come through. This has been the long-standing forecast to have, Thursday night and then again on Sunday, later Sunday and Sunday night for this cold front to come through. It's after that point when the cold air comes in. What happens after that point? Here's what the GFS has. It has some energy in the vicinity here. Right now, this is looking like just showers. There could be some snow showers mixed in with this too. But it might be a comparable event to what we had over this past weekend. Okay, I don't know that this is going to get really that wrapped up and really get cranking here off the coast like some earlier runs were suggesting. And here's what the European model had for that. It does have the cold front passage here on Sunday, and then it just really wraps up a storm along the coast, and this gets really, really wrapped up with a big rainstorm and some snow involved with this too. So not impossible, so we do want to follow that period. But I think the better chances, because of the ensemble, the lack of ensemble support for this general idea for a more wrapped up storm, is probably going to be maybe toward the end of the month when we see something like that. We might even have to introduce a storm signal for around the 27th, 28th, the weekend after Thanksgiving. I'm considering adding a storm signal in there. If you are a Premium 4 member, I will have that updated on Wednesday. If we do have a storm signal that I'm going to add, I have one existing storm signal in the public long range for the second week of December. I might be adding another one here toward the end of the month. Okay, there's a possibility we could get some blocking and some cold air wrapped in here just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. This will be after Thanksgiving. I don't think we're going to have the storm before, and I think this is going to end up being a cold front passage, maybe a few showers here on Monday, and then we just turn colder. But, but speaking of colder, it does look like we're going to be sustained cold for a while. Okay, we're going to have the second half of November is largely going to be below average temperatures, and same thing to start at least the first 2 weeks of December. After that, it's a little bit sketchy, but there's some suggestions that December overall will be colder than average as well. So we'll have some opportunities going forward if you're a snow lover, that these are going to start increasing as we go forward with time. I don't think it's going to be as early next week, But once we get past Thanksgiving, things will start rolling a little bit, and we have those chances start creeping up. So we'll attack these one at a time, and we're going to keep an eye on that early week system just in case. But I just don't think it's going to be as wrapped up as some of those operational runs were showing for those of you that saw it. But like I said, they're going to be changed. It's like a windshield wiper effect, where it's going to go back and forth. Here one run and gone the next, and that's kind of been the theme here. And without ensemble support, that should be expected, especially this time of year. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for November 16th, 2021. Have a great Tuesday.